Or knowingly violating codes?
Absolutely not violating code.
And a South Hill homeowner claims developer is building a new Target store, breaking city codes. So Two on Your Side took his concerns to the city and the developer.
KREM 2 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Randy Shaw. Jane has a night off. South Hill homeowner claims the city of Spokane has failed to enforce more than half of the building codes during construction of a brand new Target store. Now that store is set to open in July along South Regal Street. The Southgate neighborhood chair says he wants to make sure that those code violations don't happen on any future developments. Mike Gonzalez took his concerns to the city and the developer in this Two on Your Side report.
The Southgate Neighborhood Council says they're upset with the city of Spokane because they're apparently not enforcing building codes out here at this Target project on the South Hill. But I spoke with the developer and he said that couldn't be further from the truth.
Yet it doesn't appear in the final design.
Ted Teske says his beef isn't with Target. He's actually happy the store is coming. He's disappointed with the city for allowing the big box store to skirt around several building codes.
So, I mean, we are going to have big box development in this area. The question becomes now, how do we mitigate that impact on the neighborhood and make an area that people want to come to?
Teske says the city has not enforced design standards required for Center and Corridor 1 zoning as part of this developer agreement signed in 2009. It required Target to have things like projecting cornice roofs, windows where concrete walls now sit, and on-street parking to help promote a pedestrian-friendly area similar to the Perry and Garland districts. Teske says the neighborhood was ignored when they told the city the developer wasn't building on-street parking.
This is 15 acres where 11 of that is parking, which is not pedestrian-oriented at all.
And are you guys out there knowingly violating codes?
Absolutely not violating code.
Dave Black, who owns the land and is developing the site for Target, says he's never violated any rules stipulated in the development agreement. Black says with a project of this scale, it's almost impossible to keep everyone happy.
There's been nothing that has been skirted or gone around. In fact, the development agreement provides for certain things that we've had to do, like trails through the site, connectivity, saving a certain amount of trees. All of those things we've complied with, and gladly so. We want to work with the neighborhood.
The city issued this statement to KREM 2 News, and it says in part, PDS staff reviewed the building applications and they were determined to be consistent with the approved integrated site plan. Teske's own research presented at a city council meeting on March 31st of this year revealed the city has not enforced the mixed design standards as promised in the original developer agreement. Teske is worried the city is setting a dangerous precedent for an 88,000 square foot big box store slated for across the street.
So these are laws they have to follow. It looked like they were accommodating about half of those goals or codes.
Teske says according to the municipal code, design changes during the project need to be submitted in writing to the city engineer. He's looked over thousands of documents but could never find one.
I can understand if you're going to do design variants for one or two things, but to have half of your zoning ordinances not being followed in a design, that's just like throwing them out the window.
We've had to coordinate property owners, the neighborhood group, the city, and various people within the city that disagree. It's been the challenge of my career.
A challenging project for one man whose job it is to build it, the other who wants to see it built by the letter of the law. Target had no comment for our story. They plan to open the store on July 27th. Reporting in Spokane, I'm Mike Gonzalez, KREM 2 News.